So I watch a lot of wrestling. I watch usually all 3 hours of Raw, and I'll watch SmackDown, and I watch NXT, and I'll watch the pay-per-views and the pre-shows. And then I asked Cody what I should watch for Suggestion Saturday today, and she said Total Divas. And I did. I just watched the first episode of the new season of Total Divas. I believe it's season 5. How can you have a scripted television program? I refuse to call it reality TV because nothing I just saw was real. But how can you have a scripted television program with 4 female protagonists and none of them do anything but talk about their man and make themselves look like terrible people? I know, Luna, it's awful. Even the cats are complaining about just the portrayal of these people. Like, I like Paige. She's one of my favorite female wrestlers. And I like Natalya, and she was okay in the show. But they're all just kind of awful. Like, Natalya was fine. She's just worried about her husband, Tyson Kidd, and his surgery. But you have Brie Bella, who's trying to force her husband, Daniel Bryan, into doing things he doesn't want to do. So it's an hour of her saying, hey, do this, and he's like, no, I don't want to. And she doesn't get the hint until he looks her in the eyes and says, I don't want to do the stuff you say I want to do. Stop making me do the stuff I don't want to do. So she comes off like just like the worst. Nikki is upset that her boyfriend, John Cena, handled a situation with Dolph Ziggler with maturity and wisdom. Like, she's mad that he's not mad that Dolph tried to kiss her and she slapped him. Like, he's given her all this freedom and all this trust. And she's like, why aren't you mad? Like, shut up. And then Paige. I relate to this one because I'm an engaged man myself. She spends the week or whatever of this episode trying to figure out how to tell her fiancé she doesn't want to get married. And what? Just tell him. Shut up about it and tell him. Don't lead him on for a week when he's excited about a wedding and you're not like, that's gonna hurt your relationship in the long run way more than just saying no at the proposal would've. Like, 4 characters this show is following, and none of them are likable. And I tried so hard to like them, and I couldn't. At the very least, I got to see a little bit of Tyson Kidd. He hasn't been on TV in 8 months on Raw, SmackDown because of his injury, and same with Daniel Bryan. I mean, he was on Tough Enough and whatnot, and they'll mention him on occasion, but it sucks when guys get injured, and there's no, like, vignettes of their recovery process or anything. Like, I would like once a month just to check in. Like, how's Daniel Bryan doing? How's Tyson Kidd doing? And I don't want to have to watch Total Divas to get that check-in.
Although, to be fair, if they did that for everyone that's injured right now, that would be all of Raw.
Well, they could take an hour of Raw and do that, and then just cram the rest of it into 2 hours like they should be doing anyway, because 3 hours is way too long for Raw. That's a completely different discussion. I need a drink, and I need to watch something else to just get this out of my brain.
Well, since my last suggestion was a disappointment, I feel compelled to offer you another one. Why don't you watch one of my favorite movies?
As long as it's not Total Divas.
How do you feel about The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen?